Beware for English teacher. I'm down here at the tax assessor collector office. Okay. Um, Doing errands today. And I'm out here. Y'all know I'm on the north side now. I'm in the suburbs. No more of the inner city. And there are protesters or people who are doing their civic duty, giving out information. And at first I saw them, I was like, okay, who's this? These the people who are against Trump? And then I was looking at their signs, and I was like, are these MAGAs? Republicans or libertarians? And I'm just like, I saw him speaking to one guy that was black, but they seem to be having a conversation, so I'm gonna let y'all see them on the way out. They did speak to a white couple that went out, but at this particular one, it's very diverse. So we got black, white, Asian, everybody coming here, Hispanic. So, but I did notice they had said something to the white couple when they went out, not the other couples. So we'll see. Okay. That's a Hispanic family that just went up there. I'm gonna go out and see if they say anything to me. I'm gonna turn the camera around so y'all can see me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Places and water, not war. Okay, they look environmentalist. Okay, but this 1775, 2025, complete the American Revolution and the U.S. British Special Relationship. Oh, they spoke to the black couple. Don't fight it, join it. The BRICS New Development Bank? Okay. We said in the special relationship with the British, 1775 to 2025. Okay, all right, this is interesting. The thing about the water, I was thinking like, oh, these must be like left-leaning, progressive environment. And then I saw the other signs, and I was like, Then, oh, I forgot to show you the other sign. I'm gonna see if I can show you the other sign. It said something about, because I thought it was like an anti-Trump thing at first. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all the sign that was up there first. It's something about Trump get out of NATO, and I'm like thinking to myself, because I study history class and I teach it, right? That we're founding members in NATO. Oh, can y'all hear me now? Been talking this whole time. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, all right. Hey, Darcy, Brendan, uh, Sim, Frank Aguilar, Betty Yellick. Yeah, I was just like, and like, and I was like, did they get a permit for this? Cause like this is the tax assessor collectors out. I don't know if in y'all town, this is like I went there to get. I need to put this on, by the way. I got a couple of things I need to do. I've been lazy all week, so ooh, they gave me a whole new date. Thank you, appreciate it. Usually when your thing is up, they'll give you they'll give you the day you're supposed to have gotten it. I was past due on getting mine. Y'all don't be like me. Be better than me. And I couldn't get it done at the store, like the grocery store. They're like, oh, because it's like past so many months, you can't get it. There's past some months, like a few months. I think it's like past 3 months, you can still get it. Or it's 3 months. Up to 3 months, you can get it. If it's past 3 months, you got to come to the tax collector's office. So here you can do your vehicle registration, pay your property taxes, and other stuff you need, like, you know. The only thing you can't get here, I think, is your driver's license, I think. Yes, the driver's. But, oh, it actually got my, okay. Why they give you the plate sticker now, then they say do not use it? Do not use void. I still don't understand that. But in my state, they switched to, you need one, because before you used to have 2 stickers. You used to have a license plate sticker and a vehicle registration. So now it's all one. Now it's all one. Now it's all one thing. Yeah, it's all one thing now. First cup is the deepest. But I'm like, did they get permission to be here, or they part of the they give to the tax? We have a new tax assessor collector. Did they give the new tax assessor collector campaign, or you know, do they live in a neighborhood? Because this place is actually usually tax assessor places. They're like in the public area, like either with other businesses, libraries, other government offices, or like they're in a little shopping strip maybe. This was in the actual goddamn neighborhood. I was like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me put the old one. And yeah, I'm really blessed because guess what? Like I said, don't be me. I had this not for a while. I did keep up with my insurance, but I never got pulled over. I never got a ticket. Thank you, Jesus. But I gotta do better. I gotta do better and not do this again. Okay. So I can't use it as an excuse like, oh, I'm just moved over here. I don't know where everything is. I know where everything is now. I went to a place. They did it took me, I went on the Google Maps and I found a place that did my registration. It's very good. Like, I was in and out in 5 minutes. I was really surprised. And I had to be very careful because, like, there was a sting operation that they did, like, months ago. And they were catching all these people who were, they would use another car to make the machine read that the stuff was okay, that the car was okay, for cars that couldn't pass their inspection. And so they did like a sting operation and they got like 17 different places in the county. So I'm gonna turn the camera around so y'all can see what they got. Cause I'm looking at this like, as I'm saying, this is like in a whole suburban neighborhood. I had to, but I'm gonna try to see. Y'all see? Because they got the little flag out there. And then one of them says, what does the song say? Oh, Russia and China are not your enemy. Oh, that's what the thing says. Russia and China are not your enemy. Global British. Oh, the global Britons are? Oh, is that a picture of Dick Cheney? I think they must be packing up. Blessed are the peacemakers. And that's a picture of Trump next to it. Oh, I know. Oh, that one says water. Not. It says don't fight it. No, it is a picture of Trump. Blessed are the peacemakers. It's a picture of Trump, and he's I guess it was at his party. Oh my God! I just maybe I shouldn't subject y'all to what it says. It's just maybe I'm going around because I'm nosy. This is what y'all see. I'm saying, like, it's a whole daggone neighborhood. I think these MAGAs, y'all. I really think these MAGAs. Y'all can't see the sign. The sign says, "Blessed are the peacemakers," and it has Trump. And I guess he was at a party. The LaRouche solution, water not war. See, that's what I thought. They were like environmentalists at first, right? It's just these two white men, older white men. But I wish I could show you the sign that said, what did that sign say? It said tell. Oh, it was telling Trump to dump NATO. And I was like, NATO? We're trying to member NATO. Oh, that's their little car, y'all. They got a little blue little car. I guess they're packing up. They're packing up their little stuff. Because the office don't close at, so it's closed at 5 or 4:30. I was trying to get up here. Got here at 3:45. Oh my goodness. But technically they were not in the building. They was on the grass, so maybe that's. Hey, Diggable Logic. Hey, y'all, I'm going to go live in about 20 more minutes, which I've been putting it off because I've been trying to do all these errands. I had to get my, like I said, I've been lazy all week because it's my spring break. But today I was supposed to go like hours ago, but I had to get my vaccinations because it's been 10 years since I had my measles, rubella. So I had that, and then I had to get the hepatitis B. I think it's 2 shots for that, so I'm going to have to go. There were pamphlets, there were big signs, there was information. When I first got here, I thought it was just like, oh, these environmental people. Oh, these people, they're anti-Trump. And then I read one of the signs, I said, wait a minute. These MAGAs, libertarians? Because they look like regular Republican signs. I was like, okay. But if anybody told me to say, yeah, no, she's in another part of the suburb. And she's like, hey, there, oops, shoot. I guess where I live is still the urban part of the suburb. So it's more diverse, and where she lives is more, I guess the traditional white middle class part of the suburb. And so there's a lot more MAGAs over there. Especially her kids have to deal with it, like ride the bus and stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, thanks. This was actually like my regular just throw on dress. But I was like, let me look kind of presentable. But yeah, this is a whole neighborhood. I never seen a tax assessor collector's office like in a whole suburban neighborhood. Like, okay, y'all not even on this. I would think y'all would be on the main street, but y'all not even on the main street. Okay, I gotta go. For some reason, someone tell me to go to Sonic and give me a large drink. I should have brought, but the only thing about me getting water and drinking and stuff, I have to go to the restroom. I just came out the restroom before I came in there. It's like I gotta drive home. When I make no. Oh, by the way, y'all know CVS got like these minute clinics, and I thought I was gonna, and I had actually been trying to get to my regular doctor. Oh, thank you. I just started blowing some blister today, so I just look totally like ugh. But yeah, I went in there, which my insurance does do with CVS. And I was thinking like it was gonna be like, I thought my copay was gonna be like $25, $10. Like when I go to urgent care, no, they were like, oh no, we got your stuff on file. It doesn't cost anything. And then like my thing that I got, it asked me, do you want to register with the state? I said yes, cause I know how some folks feel about lists, but sometimes I need a record somewhere that y'all know I took this. Which I actually need to go back to the CVS online thing so that I can upload it to my medical portal for my other doctors to know that, hey, I took my hepatitis B today and I took my MMR. In 2 years, I gotta get the tetanus and the shingles. Man, I thought like once you were like older, you didn't have to get all these different vaccinations, but you do. And I still technically probably, because I am a teacher, I should get like, my age also, I should get the pneumonia and the flu shot. I probably should even get another COVID booster. But I've had one COVID shot and 3 boosters since, but it has been a while since the last booster. I did have one kid sick. He didn't tell me, he emailed me. He was like, miss, I'm gonna be at home, I'm sick. Which I was like, but then I was also wondering, like, was he lying to me about being sick? Because he was always absent. But he was never like coughing or doing nothing like that in class. I just thought he was just, either you goofing off or you going to work. And there's some students like they have they take care of the family. So yeah. So, but I remember a couple of years ago, this was before COVID, meningitis was the big one. And they were like, if you're a teacher, you have to get it. And then they said, which I had to get it. And then they said, oh, if you live in a dorm in college, because you were in a big congested, you were in school, y'all all had to get it. Because it was like, if you go into those environments, you're more likely to catch something because all of y'all are there. And so, yeah, I had to get one. I think I had two or three meningitis shots in my life. One because I was in the dorms. Then as a teacher. Then I think I had one in grad school because I was in the graduate dorms. So, and I think by the third one, there was like a new strain of meningitis. Because at the time, meningitis, like whoever caught it, they died. Like it was, yeah, that's how bad it was. And I remember like, there were some teachers and some kids dying away from it. I think the last time someone, at least they reported and I heard about it in Houston was one little boy. And I think they had to tell the whole school. And then, I don't know, did they make it back? Well, everyone should have gotten the meningitis vaccine. But you can get yourself exempt from the vaccine, like it's against your religion, or you have a certain compromised immune system, stuff like that. But then I saw it on the news. You gotta like tell people and everything. So, also the reason why in high school I had to take I think in high school we had to do a TB shot because they found out one of our classmates had it, and then I kept thinking about who was the girl. I kept trying to figure out who had the TB, and we all had to go take the TB test and get it checked out. Like the whole school had to get TB tested. Which I had a TB test before. I think it was middle school, but it was high school. This one, and then I finally figured out. I think I figured out who the person was, because like she came back to school. Like I hadn't seen her in weeks, and she was still coughing. And I was like, yeah, I've been home. I've been sick, but she didn't say she had a TB or anything. I was just like putting 1 + 1 was equal to 2. I was like, oh, she might be the reason why we all have to go take that test. So yeah. And then what was the thing after meningitis? Was it swine flu? And they kept telling it, like I was at church and we couldn't have communion because I'm Catholic, and we would have to drink out the cup. And then I think for a while the policy was we didn't have to do the cup. We just have to do. You can just do the body until they figured out what what was going on with the swine. Was it the swine flu or the bird flu? Oh, FYI, I figured out why the egg prices are so large, y'all. That's why I talk to. Good to talk to other people, colleagues, teachers, people who know more than you. I know I read stuff. I come on here and tell you, but then there's some other stuff that people read and they tell me. So the reason why the egg prices are so large is because there are not enough chickens. The reason why there's not enough chickens because some of the chickens have been getting the bird flu, and so what they've done is when there's a group of chickens and they have like a bird flu epidemic, they kill all the chickens, and then they kind of like, I guess you could say, start over. And so they don't, and until like I guess none of the chickens are getting. That's when I got the vaccination. Because it's spreading. And the thing was, I had actually put in a request. I don't know if my doctors are not looking inside of the what do you call it? Looking inside the portal. I requested measles, mumps, and rubella back in December. And then I think it was then the last month I kept seeing all this stuff about measles. I said, wait a minute, I gotta get mine this week. So that's why I got it. She said, and that measles, it was. She said, it's okay putting in both arms. I said yes, but the TB shot was okay, but that damn MMR shot, that one hurt. My thing is, people like myself, who are my age group, if you need to get the MMR, because it's been a while, go get it. And just like, I went to CVS. They got little CVS minute clinics. I went in there. Well, I went online. I signed up for it. Then they said, oh, do this, queue it in when you get here. And I thought I was going to the minute clinic, but I was actually, the instructions said go to the pharmacy. So I went to the pharmacy, and then the lady called my name, and then we went to this room, which was in the minute clinic room, and she stuck me. It was a pharmacist. She stuck me with the stuff. I was like, okay. So my thing is, the kids, if it's not against your religion, okay, then make sure your kids got it and make sure you got it. Because you might be thinking like, oh, I'm older, I don't get it. But then a person like me, I'm already going to the doctor for something else. And then I'm looking at myself like, wait, I'm supposed to get a thing now? Because it's been 10 years, So, but I'm really concerned about this one, I think he's a pastor. And he's like a principal of some type of Christian school, and he basically was bragging online that his school had the lowest vaccination rates for measles. And I was like, I shared it on my community wall, and I added it to my I have a folder that deals with church topics, and I put it in there. So I was like, I'll go back and watch it. And I was just like, sir, that which if y'all got low vaccinations for measles, what y'all probably ain't got no COVID vaccine. What are the other vaccinations? And my thing is this: this is another thing I have an issue with. If you're choosing not to have the vaccination, then please don't go nowhere with other people that if they get measles, they could die from it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain populations, you should already know, babies. You know? I don't even know, when did they get MMR? Is it? Okay, I'm just looking at, I forgot what you call those kind of vehicles, but they're like off-road vehicles. I don't know. But anyway, so, are elderly. Like, don't go visit Nana and Grandpa if you ain't got no measles vaccine. Like, I remember some people when it was COVID, and they were like these, and I guess they were homeschooling their kids, and they went and had all the kids, got them all together. They were like, I guess they were going to be a COVID-19 hive or something, and they were like, well, we're just going to get all the kids together, and they all going to get COVID, and then it'll be done, and they don't have to get the vaccine because they already got the immunities. And I was just like, I don't know if that's safe, because what if your kid then goes around some other people who don't got it? Like, what's a different strain? And see, that's what I understand, because and they kept asking him the questions, and that's why Mitch McConnell surprisingly voted against him, because he was asking him some questions. I think he mentioned the polio vaccine. Well, Mitch McConnell got the polio vaccine to save his life. So I'm just like, sorry, you. But guess what though? I guess RFK had the numbers to get confirmed, but the guy that they had for the CDC, his confirmation hearing was supposed to be this week. The White House pulled him and removed him as consideration for the head of the CDC, because it looks like that his views on vaccination must have been worse than RFK. And they said the reason why the guy that they wanted to get the head of the CDC, they had to remove him, is they were like, oh, he doesn't have the numbers to get confirmed. And I was like, sounds like either one, his views must be worse than RFK. Two, all these protests against Trump and Elon, and all of the things what the Democrats are doing, putting the information and stuff out there, and what they're saying about the budget and everything. I said, well, maybe it's affecting how some of those in the Senate are going to be confirming these people. So I'm just like, but my thing was, I was like, how come there wasn't enough people not to get Linda McMahon to be the Secretary of Education? Y'all know she don't even know what. Okay, so there's this law called IDEA, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. It's supposed to help people, especially children, teenagers, people in school, with learning disabilities. She was on Fox News. They need to go find it. The lady looked like she was trying to help her, but she was also surprised the lady did not know what that meant. She's like, well, what does idea mean? She said, well, you know what? I don't know what it means, but this is what it does. And I think the lady was like trying to help her, and like, but I was looking at her like, girl, really? Y'all keep talking about DEI. We need to get rid of DEI because it's meant to be the most qualified person. Y'all don't even got the most qualified person up there. That's sad. That is really sad. Yeah, they really are like putting the case for why we do need DEI. But it also means something Issa Rae has said. She said, that I guess the miscommunication about DEI, I guess they need to do, I guess we need to do better at educating the public, or people's misinformation is why it's anti-DEI right now. But I feel like the same thing happened with critical race theory. It's like, y'all against critical race theory, but then y'all telling them, oh, we can't
teach critical race theory, and some of us are like, we don't even know what critical race theory is. And the people who don't like it, they don't know what critical race theory is. And I kind of feel like the same thing with DEI. Like now though, I feel like everyone who knows what DEI means or what it's supposed to do, but then they're flipping it and saying like, oh, unqualified people are getting jobs, and it's like that's not what DEI does. But now that you're also putting money behind, oh, if you're at college or a school, you got a DEI program, because our state did it. Oh, Michael Governor, I can't stand him. Did y'all know that Texas has its own version of Doge? That's a whole nother topic. It's a whole nother topic for another day. But now you got, states saying that you can't, the governor's like, you can't have these offices and we're not giving you money. They're tying it to the funding for the school, which schools and universities are already having a hard time with funding. So that's how they're getting these colleges and universities. Because right now, Rice, for the longest time, because they're like the Harvard or Yale of Texas, because they're a private university, they got private, so they don't really have to worry about getting a whole bunch of public funding. Well, guess what? Now they're feeling the pressure from the federal government, because the federal government is saying to these college universities, like, hey, if you want money from the federal government, you can't have a DEI program, or office. So Rice still had his own DEI. Guess what I read yesterday? So they're like, Rice is considering trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, Texas has its own Doge committee. But then I read somewhere that it's like 17 other states got their own of it too. And at first I thought like, well, maybe this was oh baby, motorcycle. Okay, you in the middle, you on the line, sir. Let me say out your business, okay? Let me say out his business. Okay, so I need to be starting on the other video, but yeah, so they said other states had it, but I didn't know if the article was being funny, because I didn't see it mention Texas at all. It mentioned these other states, but then they were saying that these other states, their Doge committees or their Doge office had a different acronym. And then for some of them, their Doge office, when you spelled it out, it was GOAT. Goats. And I was like, y'all, I said, this has to be a parody, the Onion type article. So I was like, I'll save it and read it later. But yeah. And guess whose county and city, guess whose city got called up this past week? Houston. And I kept trying to figure out, I think it was the House Oversight Committee. They invited these quote unquote mayors of sanctuary cities, Boston, New York, Chicago, and Denver, and had them come up there. Now Houston, and previously, I don't know if I still confused. They said one of them, I forget which mayor it was, said we was a sanctuary city, and then someone said no, we're not really a sanctuary city. So I kept thinking like we were gonna, but then one time we got painted as a sanctuary city, in like a political ad. This lady, her husband died. He was I think he was a police officer, and he was killed by illegal immigrant. And so in the commercial, she was like, vote for this person, because then Houston will no longer be a sanctuary city. And my husband, he wouldn't have, other police officers like my husband wouldn't have died. And I was like, oh, wow. So I was like, I guess, but yeah, I was like, why didn't they bring Houston up? But then I was like, oh, this is probably why, because Houston had prepared for the Texas Doge meeting that they got called up to in Austin, and this was why, which this is what I feel. I'm like, I don't know if I can sue or someone else can sue. When Trump didn't win in 2020, the whole state was red. Everybody outvoted us. But during the pandemic also, and afterwards, and then the election happened, our county and city was blue. They were cooperating during COVID. They passed similar laws and ordinances like, hey, y'all gotta wear the mask. The school, they worked with the schools like, hey, y'all gotta put the mask on. But then when the state was like, oh, we opening them back up, the cities and the counties and the schools are like, no, we're not opening back up because you say we opening back up. And so my county, city, and a whole bunch of other schools, they start suing the state to keep being closed for a while. And it's like that, and then all of a sudden, Trump lost the election, even though he won our state, but he didn't win our county. It was like they started passing laws and doing stuff that was specifically worded that, okay, these counties, if your population is over this much, you can't have this type of office, or you can't have this. Well, guess who that affected? Houston and Harris County were the only ones that fit the description. Now they said that, now this is what they're trying to do now. They passed a law that said because they're like voter fraud, all the counties now, when you go and do your voting, then there's like a little piece of paper that it prints your results, and then you gotta take the paper and go over to this other big old box and put it in there. So I guess that's their their two-step verification, because before you just did a little boo, 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 and leave, but they're like, oh, voter fraud. I'm thinking like, y'all just made the process longer, which I'm thinking like that may deter voters. And if you're disabled, or you need it in a different language, or you're elderly, you're gonna need some help. So I'm just like, and they said we couldn't do drive-through drive-through voting, because basically the city and the county during 2020, we had the Reliance Stadium that was opened up, and you can go do drive-through voting. This is why I really like. That's why Sylvester Turner is really loved here in Houston, because like he really worked with Lena Adago, who is the judge who's over the county, because they worked together to bring a lot of stuff that make the voting process a lot easier and faster. Anytime we had a hurricane, a tropical storm, a freeze, like they was working together. It's just Mayor Whitmire and her, well, she didn't endorse him in the last mayor's race, so I think that's why he's acting like a grumpy old man to her. So they got some things to work out. But anyway, so I'm just like, okay, so now and this is the thing, ICE has shown up in Houston, like it's been in the news. I'm always getting news notifications. It's been in the news, so it's not like Houston is not complying. So it's just like, but now because it's the budget process, they done called Houston up there and wondering, well, how come y'all are $390 or $350 million shortfall? How come y'all got that problem? And I'm thinking like, when did y'all worry about our budget before? And I said, you know what? Y'all keep picking on us. Y'all doing that Washington, D.C. Doge mess down here. I said, okay, you keep it up. Y'all gonna get lawsuits too. I still need to look up how to do, put something on the ballot for the next election, because I want term limits for our governor. He been in there since 2015. It's time for him to go. Somebody else. It's time to go. Because my mayor, I think it has 3 terms. I forgot. Or is it 2 terms? Is it 2 4-year terms? Or is it 3 2-year terms? I gotta look it back up. My president got 2 terms, so why can't my governor have that too? So I'm just saying. I forget how many terms we had with George W. Then we had 5 terms with Rick Perry. Now we got Governor was sending people. He already sent the Texas National Guard to the border, but now Trump is in office. He's sending some people to the border too. We already got barbed wire down there, so folks is getting stuck. But guess what? The last year and a half, immigration did go down in our state, which I think was also partly, criticism, also election year. I think it went down like 90%, but now, because Trump and off, they're like 98. So I'm trying to figure out, did it go from 90 to 98? Or did it went straight to 98? So I'm just like, But now they're just picking up, so that means less people are coming through. Either because one, they're getting caught, or because they know, like, hey, we finna get stopped when we get there, because he's deporting everybody. So, but now, the people who got picked up by ICE and the ones who got put in Guantanamo Bay, they're about to, they're getting sued. U.S. is getting sued because of that, because they're like, hey, Guantanamo Bay is not equipped to handle immigrants. So y'all gonna have to ship them back, put them back in Louisiana or somewhere else. So, but oh my god, oh yeah, by the way, it's like they don't care about due process. There's people here under special immigration status. This guy, luckily, I think he eventually did get, I think he got detained, or is he, I think he might got held. So when him and his mom and his brother fled, where they were from, I'm sorry, I forget where they were from. They fled because the cartel, the gang where they were from, was trying to recruit him. So when they applied for, like, I guess like refugee status here, that's what they came. So it was like a special designation. Well, ICE didn't care. They picked him up anyway. This man takes care of his elderly mother after his brother committed suicide. And I was just like, y'all pro-life people really ain't pro-life at all. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Then, oh, guess what? One man, he has, is he a permanent resident? He got a green card? I forget. It was it was a special, another guy's special designation, right? He even knew that there was a checkpoint near his job, but he always, it was like they knew because he had this, you know, they were like, oh, you need they kept telling him, like, oh no, you can't have that to be here. You have to have a regular, you have to have, what did they tell him? You gotta have a visa or a work visa, or you have to do something to be here. And he was like, he had this special designation, and it was like, yeah. And it's like, I guess because they're so pressured to have so many, you know, arrests a day, they just don't care. Because the thing is, like, they're totally forgetting, like, hey, it's called due process. You're supposed to get before a judge and say, yeah, you go, and then yeah, y'all stay. Oh, this is the one that really got me. It's one, this actually happened under Biden. This lady, she missed her hearing because she was in the hospital. She's had twins. Now, it probably could have been better communication to that office, like, hey, I had twins. So when she finally had her hearing, she went to her hearing, they threw her and the twins, okay, arrested them and deported them on the other side of Mexico. The twins are U.S. citizens. So the husband is trying to figure out where his wife and his kids are. So now he got him a lawyer. Because they literally dumped her over there. She had nothing. Oh, this was another one too. But this one happened here. I found out this happened a month ago. How about a family from Mexico now? The parents, I think they moved from Mexico to, was it the Rio Grande area? Probably Laredo. This is the good one. I'm gonna say Laredo. The children are born here. One of the kids, well, two of the kids have medical issues. One is a boy, one is a girl. Well, the girl has cancer. So they got with ICE. So they're like, hey, we need permission to take our daughter to Houston so she can get her cancer treatments. So ICE at the time, I guess, was like, okay, sure. We giving her whatever paperwork they had, okay? To go, because there's also another checkpoint. I want to say it's either Corpus Christi or Padre Island, and so let me get. I'm just talking and driving. Yeah, so they went to the checkpoint and they were like, hey, you know, we're going to take our daughter to Houston because she needs cancer treatment. They didn't want to hear none of that, y'all. So they basically put the parents and the children and basically put, I want to say it was either a van, was it a van or plane? It was something, and basically dumped them in Mexico. The girl needs cancer treatment. The parents already know, like, yeah, we understand we're legal, we're not citizens, but we're literally taking our child to get cancer treatment. Can you let our child go get cancer treatment? And then, by the way, where they are is not where they were living. They were living in Rio Grande area. So now they're down there with no money, trying to figure out a place to stay. And then that other kid don't got his medicine. And I'm just like, y'all can't tell me y'all pro-life or anything. Pro-life, pro-family. You can't tell me that. Y'all can't. Y'all can't. Okay? This is all going to backfire on y'all. But let me get off here. I'm supposed to get off here. Please come back. I'm doing totally another live about these narcissistic liars, their enablers, and those of us who know the actual truth about them. So thank you, Diggable Logic, Darcy Diamond, Brendan Callen, Basim, Betty Yellick. Thank you so much. See y'all in a bit. Thank you, Frank Aguilar. All right, bye.